Hey, I'm Poppy Krajewski. I'm a bit of a perfectionist actually. I've been trying to shoot this video for the better part of a couple of hours just to get it right. You know, I really wanted this message to be a powerful one, and I really wanted to connect with you deeply and really communicate to you my story and connect it to my vision and why it is that I'm doing what I've been doing lately. I believe that the world needs more entrepreneurs, which is kind of funny because I was brought up to believe that the world owes me a job. I'm come from a left-wing socialist family thanks to parents who were born and raised in communist Poland. They lived there up until their late 30s, early 40s, and then they immigrated to Australia. I was born in Melbourne 32 years ago, and I was actually born quite sensitive and empathic, so that meant that from an early age I was really aware of suffering around me. And because of my awareness of suffering, and my ability to sort of sit with people and listen to their stories, meant that I was drawn to study psychology, and then I ended up working in the social work field. I felt that it was me giving back to the world. It gave me a sense of meaning and purpose, and it made me feel like I was really helping people and lifting them up. Recently, I've been investing in my education a little bit more, and also my personal development. I mean, it's not new. I've always been into that sort of thing for as long as I can remember, but recently I've taken things to a whole new level. This has meant that I've started surrounding myself with people who are entrepreneurs and who are teaching what they know to people around them. I get to be one of those people. What I've come to realise through this, and also through the work that I've been doing all these years, is that more people need to recognise their own intrinsic value, their own unique gifts and their own power. And by doing that, it's going to awaken people to their purpose a lot more and help more people be living more meaningful lives. I believe that the current system that is in place in most of the world at the moment, of going to a big organisation and company to get a job, is actually quite a new thing, and I actually think it's quite an unhealthy thing now, given the way that things are evolving in our culture. Before the industrial age, for hundreds and thousands of years, humans lived in villages and in small communities and operated as a microeconomy. Each person had their own skill set, their own roles, and everyone contributed in their best suited way, generally speaking. That's a massive generalization, but you get where I'm heading with that. I actually feel that all humans want to be part of something bigger, and that they have a purpose. So I currently work as a youth worker, and most of the young people that I come across and have been coming across over the last 5 years are unemployed. They don't actually feel that there's a place for them in the current system and in the way that our society works. I believe that that's sort of at the core of why they then turn to drinking, turn to using drugs, turn to crime, or why they just sit around and do nothing and don't get jobs and don't contribute. What I've realised through my work, and I know that other people will disagree with me, but I actually believe that the current education system and the economic system has failed these young people, because it's taught them that someone else is going to take care of their future, whether that's through a job or a government payment. So these young people then have not been taught the secrets of how to create their own opportunities and lift themselves up. I also believe that most of these young people realise that there's something wrong with the system. But unfortunately they're still stuck in a victim mentality, and they play the blame game. They believe that they're powerless to do anything about it, and that someone else is going to do that for them, and that is what they have been taught at school. If we want to see real change in our communities, more of us, I believe, need to learn how to create financial abundance on our own terms as entrepreneurs. And then when we have those skills, we can teach other people in our community who currently feel as though someone else owes them a living. Whether we like it or not, things are changing. Technology is advancing, and there are fewer and fewer jobs out there. I mean, that's just reality. The social welfare system in Australia, for example, or anywhere in the world, ultimately is not going to be able to support all of these jobless people, at least not how things are at the moment. So we've got to change our thinking as a species. How does this relate to my story? Well, today I am making a stand for myself and for how I see things. I'm tired of working for the government and non-for-profit sector because I believe they operate using really outdated and disempowering systems of thought. I'm tired of being paid a fraction of what I'm worth for my valuable time and contribution, and I'm tired of being given rules, definitions, and role boundaries by others. I'm tired of being told that I should be telling the young people that I work with to just go back to school and get a job, because I know the education system is flawed. I have seen too many brilliant, powerful, creative young people get squashed by it and be told that there is something wrong with them. So I'm now part of a new system, which makes it common practice to show all people within its network exactly what they need to do in order to break free of the cycle of go to school and get a job. It's learning, so it's not always easy, and it requires commitment and dedication, but it works. It's my dream to make what I am being taught right now available to every rebellious, creative, brilliant, freedom-seeking person in the world so that they can take charge of their life and be the change that they want to see in the world. It's my dream to help guide people who have experienced the depths of despair to raise themselves up and in turn raise the people up around them. This is the only way that I believe that our society can move forward. If you have ever heard the expression, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime, this is exactly the same thing. If we, as social activists, are going to create real change in the lives of people we want to help, then we must first change our own lives. And then we can actually walk the talk and show others how to do it. Don't tell me it's unrealistic or unreasonable to expect this kind of change, that it's possible. Every great instigator of change in history has had to go against what everyone else thought was possible. And they were able to do this by believing in themselves. They then surrounded themselves with people who believed in them, and together they changed the course of history. If you are passionate about something, whether it be a social issue, art, music, health, sport, whatever, I believe it's for a reason. It's not just for putting it aside so that you can go and get a job. It doesn't make any sense. I believe as humans we are meant to experience joy, fulfillment, meaning and purpose in our lives, not just suffering. So stop struggling, take control of your destiny and make a decision now that you will make a stand for yourself, your family, your community and your world. This is what an entrepreneur does. He or she creates the change that they want to see. If you want to learn more about the system I've been using to empower myself, make dramatic changes and take massive action, get in contact with me and I will share more with you. Thank you so much for listening.